everyone, welcome back. Today I am doing a book review on Offsides by Lori Z. Scott. So going into this book, I had no idea how much I was going to absolutely love this book. Based on the cover, I am not a huge fan of sports. But if I'm reading about it, for some reason, I just connect more with the characters. I connect more with the plot rather than just watching a sport on TV. Sorry, but I don't watch sports on TV. I'll go to a game and enjoy it if somebody invites me, but not on TV. But I loved this book, and it is already in my top favorites of 2024. So in this book, we're following a girl named Danny, who is a senior soccer player at her high school. And she is just dealing with, the usual regular high school day-to-day things. She's also a huge introvert. You can see that throughout the book. And as an introvert myself, I definitely saw some similarities there. But she ends up being on the lookout during her high school days, her last year. Her teacher, who also does Sunday school classes before school, she ends up starting to talk about sex trafficking and how, different people can get, involved with that, and, the dangers of being lured into that. And so she ends up seeing some hints around her neighborhood and around a particular girl in her neighborhood. She's wondering, do I tell anybody? Who do I tell? I have no evidence if this is what's really happening. It could be in something entirely different. And so this book does touch on that topic, that there is nothing graphic. This is a YA book. And to me, I would say ages 15 and up, as long as you are good to go with discussing those types of topics. And I feel like it's also important to know that there are dangers out there for young girls and stuff. And so this one I felt like the author did an incredible job at dealing with the topics, but doing it in a way where you can tell is important. Yes, it is scary, but she did take it to a good level where it just really just talked about the danger signs of it. And what I thought was really cool actually was at the end of the book, she actually talks about resources, red flags to spot people who could be in danger of those situations, and symptoms of drug abuse as well, because it does touch on topics of that as well with one of the students in the school. And so it was really just very informative, but in a good storytelling way, and I absolutely loved it. It had me laughing at some points, and it had me crying and sobbing at some points. And so when you can do both of those things in a book, it is automatically a 6-star read. Not even 5-star. It was a 6-star read. And what was the best point of this story was the faith content. I have to tell you, this is one of the best faith content I've ever read in a book in my life. The faith content was so good. It was on point. It was, the main focal point of a character's life. It didn't feel like it was, thrown in as extra. It just was beautifully sewn in. There was this community of Christians who really just prayed their hearts out, and it was so good. I loved it. I think honestly anybody would enjoy this. As I said, just be prepared to talk about it, and discuss these topics. I'm probably going to have this as a mandatory read in my homeschooling curriculum when I have kids, when they get older, of course, when they're in upper middle grade, early high school. But I loved it as an adult. I really enjoyed it and found it very informative, and yeah, it was really good. It did talk a lot about soccer, but the girl was in soccer, and I didn't mind that. I actually was involved in the games. I was cheering her on, and it was very, very good. The high school life, seeing seeing the girl, have her first crush, and she did it so well to where it felt like a true high school student. And that was totally me, though. I was an introvert, but I did have that small community of friends, and if I didn't have lunch, I actually didn't have lunch 1 or 2 years in high school, because I joined in the third band because that was in all three. And so I ended up having my lunches during a study hall in the band room. So I did have that community, and it talks about having that community or having a safe space to go if you don't have any place else to go. And so it was really good. I highly recommend it. It was definitely a favorite of the year, probably in my top favorites of all time. I just really, really enjoyed it. Okay, so I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will link this down below where you can purchase it if you want to purchase it. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.